I love slime and have seen a ton of videos of people adding too much ingredients to slime. They all look so satisfying and in some cases actually looks better than the original. So I wanted to test it out and make some super extra slimes. This slime we're gonna make is called Jelly Cube Slime and completely blew up on Instagram. The first step is to add some clear glue, and next we're gonna use some teal as coloring and mix it all in. Of course, you can use whatever color you like. Then just add in some activator and start mixing. When it begins to get sticky, you can start using your hands to mix the slime the rest of the way. Just really get in there. So this is your basic clear slime, and honestly, it's probably one of my favorite slimes. Even though it's kind of opaque at the moment, if you let it sit for 24 hours, all the bubbles eventually disappear and you'll go completely clear. See? That totally rhymes. And that moment when you play with a completely clear slime is just so satisfying to me. But yeah, anyways, today we aren't gonna be doing that. Instead, we're gonna cut up some sponge pieces into squarish or rectangular shapes. And I picked these sponges to match the color of my slime. And to be honest, I've never actually made jelly cube slime before, so it's a bit of a shame that my first jelly cube slime is going to be over sponge. So anyway, start adding your sponge pieces to slime and then mix them in. So I think this is probably about the right amount to add if I was actually making regular jelly cube slime. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I guess it's called jelly cube because the sponge covered in slime looks a little like jelly. But now I'm gonna actually add as much sponge as I could fit into the slime to see what happens. So as I was adding more and more sponge, I was surprised to see how much the slime could actually hold. Just when I thought it was full, I found I was able to fit even more sponge, which was pretty crazy. So here's my jelly cube slime with way too much sponge. It's not very slime-like at all, and it's super firm and tough. It was actually really tough to stretch out as well. It took all my strength, not that there is much. And it didn't even really feel like slime at all. The only good thing about it was how crunchy it was when it was squished. Because of all the trapped air inside the sponge pieces, it makes this awesome popping crackle sound. Listen, ASMR time! Here, we're gonna make some butter slime, but in this case, we're gonna add way too much baby oil. Yes! Start by adding some white glue, a few pumps of lotion, and a tablespoon of baby oil. And I decided to use a peachy color for this slime, because I feel like it's kind of like butter, but better. I did end up adding slightly more lotion and oil afterwards because I had a little more glue than I thought, but this would probably be the amount of lotion and oil that I'd use for an actual butter slime recipe. Next, I added activator to turn it into a slime as it gets stickier. I massaged it with my hands into the slime, but it isn't butter slime yet. For the final step, we need to use some soft clay. So we're gonna roll up a few balls of soft clay and then just add them into the slime. Like, how cute does this look? And then just add them into the slime and start folding them in. The clay is so soft, you literally just mix them in by squishing them flat. This part was honestly so satisfying. And when it's all mixed in, you have this super soft, super buttery slime. It almost looks like you can spread it on a piece of bread. Or not, because it's so much more fun to play with. And it just feels like it disappears in your hands as you squeeze it. It might not look that impressive, but it's definitely the nicest kind of slime to touch and play with. Anyways, unfortunately, we're gonna ruin it. So I'm just going to keep adding oil until the slime can't really take any more. So initially, the extra oil didn't really show up that much, but it definitely felt a little softer to me. As I added more and more, the slime just became more and more soft. I was seriously just sucking up all the oil, which was crazy. I feel like it was the clay. By the end of it all, the slime just became a super soft slime. But you know what? I kind of liked it. I never played with such a soft slime before. It kind of just rolled off my hands and was so light and airy, it actually felt amazing. It was so good that I even kept this one in a container for later. Now we're gonna make some FLOAM slime. So take some clear glue and just add some activator to it. We won't be using any color this time since we're using a ton of colored foam balls. So now you have your standard clear slime, which at this point looks more like satin than clear, but anyways. So now we're gonna add some colored foam balls to it to turn it into FLOAM slime. There's generally no set rule as to how much foam you need to add, but I'm under the impression that FLOAM slime should remain stretchy and slightly crunchy. When you stretch the foam, you should be able to see visible strands of slime in between the foam balls. So this point is kind of around the normal FLOAM slime standard, in my opinion. So now we're gonna add way too many foam balls. At first I started adding the foam slowly, but I soon realized that this slime can take a ton of foam balls. So I just started dunking the whole thing in. Okay, so at this point, the slime started to break apart when I stretched it, so it's probably at its limits here. But guys, you didn't see, I added so much foam balls. Every time I thought that it was done, it was not done. This FLOAM slime with too many foam balls is actually pretty crazy to play with. It's like super crunchy, but you can also mold it into whatever kind of shape you want, and it'll stay in that shape forever, instead of melting down into a pool of slime. Obviously, I gotta make a donut. And then I made like a cube of dice. It was a lot tougher in the end than regular FLOAM slime, but it was definitely still heaps of fun to play with in its own way. So you guys totally mentioned that this donut looked like my background and I didn't even notice, but yep, it sure does. Give me a thumbs up if you love slime and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get the next slime video I post. So we can't do a slime video without fluffy slime, probably an all-time favorite of mine. Add some glue first as usual and then some shaving foam. Usually I put a lot of shaving foam anyways, but today I'll hold back initially cause we're gonna do it later. I decided to make this one purple, and this is the point where I would usually stop and start adding my activator. But today we're adding way too much shaving foam. So let's go. This is crazy. It's literally like 20 parts shaving foam to 1 part glue. And I'm not even sure at this point if it will even become a slime or not. So anyways, let's add some activator and see what happens. So the crazy thing is that it actually still activated and became slime. I definitely thought there wasn't enough glue in the mixture to hold everything together, but it turned out to be just enough and became the fluffiest fluffy slime I've ever made. This was so much fun to play with, and I love the way that all the shaving foam made it so jiggly. Check out how jiggly it is. I am obsessed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was adding too much ingredients into slime. I saw this around YouTube and I really wanted to try it myself because sometimes when you add too much ingredients, maybe it'll turn out better. Let me know which one your favorite is down below, and also foam ball hugs! Don't forget to check out my new song Deja Vu on my music channel, which is not this channel, guys. It's a separate channel. You can type in Wengie Music in the search, or I've linked it down below for you guys. And if you guys are subscribed and you turned on your notifications, hashtag Wengification Squad for a shout out. This week's Wengification Squad shout out is... And my Wengie Corner of the Week shout out is, if you want instructions on how to get shout outs yourself, don't forget to check the description box down below to find out how. And until next week, I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and I'll see you guys then. Bye guys! Love you!